Hello everybody. In this video we'll be talking about what if all of Ross Perot's votes and the Libertarian Party candidates' votes went to Bill Clinton instead of Ross Perot and that Libertarian, I will search on Wikipedia and find who that was. But that's completely referred to him as the Libertarian candidate. So I'm gonna go find it. Oh, Marrou. Interesting. Libertarian candidate from Alaska. Okay, so I am on yamps.com. It's a very good tool for looking at past elections. It's also a very good tool if you want to make projections and stuff. These are going to be the two websites I mostly use. Anyway, first we can delete all the Republican states because obviously Democratic states would say Democratic. I'm not going to make any margins for this video because just so it doesn't take that much extra time. Okay, so Bill Clinton or William J. Clinton is now at 370 electoral votes. We can now check to see, and first we'll fill in states less than 1% and 1 to 5% states. States of Virginia, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Florida. As these states are, as Ross Perot averages at around 10% in each state. Sometimes it's a bit higher in states like Maine and Utah, and sometimes it's a bit lower. Same thing with any states, though. Even in Arkansas. In fact, Arkansas is the only state that gave Bill Clinton the majority of votes. 53. That put him at 430 electoral votes. A bigger landslide election. And by the way, we're using Ross Perot and Marrou. I don't exactly know his name. I'm just gonna copy it on. Actually, the great thing about this website is you can add political parties. All colors, classic colors. Now, Ross Perot is more of the yellow candidate. Independents are usually yellow. I'll just type it. I believe this is how you spell it. I'm not going to actually give him electoral votes, as all of his electoral votes will be given to the Democratic Party. You might not be surprised on where this ends up. Anyway, next would be the states of Texas and South Dakota. It puts him at 465. If this happens, he could possibly have one of the largest landslide victories. Of course, he already has one of the largest landslide victories, but still. And even larger. Maybe like a Nixon or Reagan type scenario. But maybe we can pull it up on Wikipedia. Largest landslides in U.S. presidential elections. Lyndon B. Johnson's number 10, Ronald Reagan, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, Richard Nixon. Really, I thought I'd do better. Wait. Oh, 17 electoral votes. Massachusetts had more. If this is happening, William Clinton would probably be around the top 5. Anyway, we can check other states. It's weird to see the state. It's weird to see Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, all states in the Democratic column, and even Tennessee and Kentucky. Ohio, I guess it's C. Remember, bellwether state until 2020. Well, I guess we're doing Ohio. Even though we literally already know where it's going. Ooh, the state of Arizona. That's all the lean states and took states. Now we can start with the state of Mississippi. We can add Perot's 8.72 plus 14.77. Just a very small amount less than George H.W. Bush. But we're still not done yet. The Libertarian Party also got some votes. Just 0.13%, just enough to win the state, with All Perot with 22% of his vote from the Libertarian Party, just enough to make a small victory in the state. See, this is why you guys should never underestimate third parties. Let's take the state of Utah. This state was this was Ross Perot's second best state. The other being Maine, which he was only 5% away from winning an electoral vote in the 2nd district. Anyway, 25 plus 25 alone is enough to equal 50%. Plus George H.W. Bush doesn't reach the majority. 43. So you can characterize Utah with the Democrats. That weird. I don't think Ohio's voted Democrat in any of these rankings. Also, another key thing: this entire Confederate region, except West Virginia, and even you can sneak in West Virginia as it used to be part of Virginia, voted for the Democrats. Just a few decades later, in 2016, the entire this region, except Virginia, voted for Republicans. Weird. We're seeing complete opposite shifts. 2020, I guess too. It's like a real scenario because Georgia. Anyway, next state. Oops, wrong election. Maybe the state of Nebraska. Let's check. Yes, Ross Perot and Bill Clinton combined, as well as the Libertarian candidate, which I don't think got any more than, I'm pretty sure got less than % in every single state. So we're only going to use the Libertarian candidate when it actually matters, like in Mississippi. Not that Libertarians are useless. Sorry for saying you don't matter, but still. They haven't really won any big elections, but they have stopped a lot of candidates from winning elections. Just in 2020, we can even see in 2020. The Libertarian candidate got 1.24%. That would be enough to flip the state. Arizona. The Libertarian Party got 1%. That would be enough to turn over the election results. Wisconsin. .17%. That would also be enough to overturn the state. In Pennsylvania, with 1.2%, let's see how much it got. Let's see how much the Libertarian Party got. 1.15%. Not close enough. Checking in another state. Either way, it would result in an electoral college tie. And since the House of Representatives, like one vote giving to one candidate, then they all vote on their state, and then each state gets one vote. Since the Republicans hold the majority of states, I believe, Donald Trump would have gotten reelected. Could have 2020 gone any crazier? Anyway, next last state. Nevada. So 2.4%. Either way. Sorry. My dad's getting phone from work. Anyway. We talk about Nebraska. All 5 congressional districts, or all 3 congressional districts and 5 electoral votes would go to him. It's looking like Clinton could take possibly every single state. That's not out of the question. Actually, Ross Perot already got a district in the state, county. This is one of the only states he actually got a county. Oh, Alaska was Perot's second strongest state. Utah was its third, despite him, being in last place. Oh, in the top 3 candidates. He was ahead compared to all these other candidates. I have no idea who Biden is. Biden's are. I'm pretty sure he ran in every single presidential election. Either way, this would be enough. Around 50%. That'd be enough to flip the state. And Alabama. Alabama. Yes, 40 plus around 40 plus around 50. 10 equals around 50. Flip the state. State of Indiana. We check that next. Yes, this would be enough. You can round up to 20, and 36 plus 20 is much bigger than 42. 43, technically, but still. Let's go to Clinton. The state of Idaho. This would be enough to win the state. About 25 plus about 25 equals 50. That'd be enough to win the state. Wyoming. 35. About 35 plus about 35 is equal to about 60. 60% is enough to win. North Dakota. Yes. About 30 plus about 20 equals 50. That's enough to win. Moment of truth. 2 states left. which state will be the tipping point state for, yes, about 30 plus about 20 is equal to about 50. About these notifications, everyone. Oklahoma would go to the Democrats. That's weird saying that. In moment of truth, Kansas. Who knew this entire electoral map will rely on Kansas of all states? Yes, this state is going to the Democrats, especially since Perot actually got a county here, and Bush and Perot actually tied in county. Nope, I have no idea what county that is, but still. About 30 plus about 25 equals about 55. He'd win the state. And also, basically, this entire electoral map, blue everywhere, blue everywhere, blue everywhere if you add the Libertarian Party candidate, All Perot and Marrou, and Ross Perot, the Independent Party candidate. This is what spoiler effects can happen on this election. In fact, spoilers, which I don't really feel comfortable calling them. If people don't like the two candidates they're giving, they are allowed to vote for third-party candidates. I call them, third parties is a good option. These third-party candidates can completely alter results. Like the election of 1876, for example, 2020, and I literally just refreshed my page. Luckily, we all know how this electoral map goes, and I don't really need to do anything. So, he'd become the first president to run unopposed to get all 528 electoral votes. Ronald Reagan came close, just losing 13 from his home state of Minnesota, with Baltimore Dale's home state of Minnesota, and the obvious DC, who has never run for a Republican president. Also, never a Republican in Congress because they don't have any representation. Something the Republican Party is trying to avoid as, 2 extra Senate seats. Not exactly the best position for them. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Bye!